What's up, people? What are you all up to today? Trying to figure out how to get us out of this mess that this country's got us dig into? Good luck. Because this country's just like a fucking drunk. Exactly like a drunk. And like any drunk, he's never going to admit that he's the cause of his own problems. He's going to say, I can quit drinking beer anytime I want to. Now shut up and go get me a beer. That's what they're going to tell you. And spend a little you want to seriously find out why this country is where it's at? Go into a political chat room in Yahoo. I guarantee you're going to feel like you stepped straight into the third grade. People calling you cocksuckers, it's just childish bullshit. But it's a small reflection of the bigger problem. Because it isn't far from high schools or workplaces or anywhere else. And people don't know how to actually get into a discussion and try to figure out ways out of problems. It's just a matter of blaming each other for the problems. This country's got a bad habit of doing that. An entire country of people controlled by fear. And no matter what side of the equation you look at it from, it's funny shit. You go in these chat rooms and you'll have the diehard right-wingers. Some of them even actually support Bush, if you can believe that shit. But there's a few out there that still do. But a bunch of them support his policy. We need to kill all the evil Muslims, goddammit. Them sons of bitches are on a jihad, and if we don't, it's going to be us or them. I tell you, it's us or them. We need to kill them evil Muslims. I really don't have nothing against it, but they'll want to kill me. I mean, the fear of terrorism is unbelievable. Almost as bad as the fear of government. But I think the guys that are afraid of government are even worse than the goat roper from the south that's still shooting a beer can off his back fence, holding that Bible as he's smoking that joint. Behind the barn, of course. He doesn't want to get caught with the joint. The ones that are more into the conspiracy theories actually think they got it all figured out, so they're looking for FEMA trucks and HARP solar beams, microwaving them, Geno-Pacific drugs that'll wipe them out, the whole 80% of the general population. The elite want to kill everybody. The Illuminati and the Freemasons are gonna come get you. It's still fear. Now is our government a bunch of shady motherfuckers you gotta keep your eyes on? Well, have you ever met an employee that wasn't? Do you let your employees, if you own a business, just run your business and tell you what to do? Because that's what we're doing to our government. We're not acting like a boss. You're acting like a peasant. Until this country realizes that it's the boss and not the peasant, we'd be a lot better off. And as far as religious fanatics, and this country better take a long, hard look in the mirror, because we're the ones instigating a holy war. Well, it's the elite that don't believe in one iota of religion. They wouldn't have a moral bone in their body. For some reason, Bush's image just flashed in my head. You look at that shady little bastard. He gets a sheet-eating grin anytime he talks about death. Yeah, look at him with the weapons of mass destruction. Don't say any under here. Don't say any under there. Don't say any under there. Give me a break. Like, that tells you straight out, he don't give a flying fuck about the troops, or who dies in this. They got their neocon mindset of world domination through superior firepower, and we need to control all the resources in the world, whether it be oil or uranium. Because that's why we want to go to war with Iran. That's why this country wants to buy Iran. And the shady shit about it is, the damn Democrats are starting to run with the same talking points as the Republicans. In a way, you got to watch what they're saying. Now, nobody would like to see Iran have a nuclear weapon. Even Iran says they don't want to have a nuclear weapon. They said they want a nuclear power. They want to be able to supply their own energy for their nuclear power. They've even offered for Americans to come over and build it, or to place bids on the construction phase. If we were smart, instead of trying to steal it, we'd go into business with them on it. Hey, if they want to dig up their own backyard for uranium, and the corporations in the United States can get a piece of that pie, and at the same time make sure they don't go nuclear, why isn't anybody talking about that shit? Or if we're so worried about them getting their hands on nuclear power and we don't want them to do nuclear weapons, then why aren't we introducing alternative energy? Why aren't we bringing up solar, wind, or other alternative energies for them to go in that direction? No, we're making sweetheart deals with India, nuclear technology for mangoes, as France, Japan are getting into nuclear mining into Nigeria. Australia's about ready to bust open with some uranium mines. This is all about the fucking money, controlled by religious nut jobs. But yet, anytime anybody talks about going in a positive direction, they're jumped on. And the biggest thing is the people from the left that are getting jumped on, that are saying, hey, we told you this was going to happen. We told you, pay attention to your schools, pay attention to your health care, pay attention to your damn alternative energy and get off fossil fuel, or you're going to be at war in the Middle East. Well, you didn't listen and you're still not listening. Now you're going to try to blame the left for not getting out of Iraq fast enough when it was the right that got them fuck in there. It's the right standing in the way. The right gets a free ride in this fucking country, you bunch of brain-dead idiots. A bunch of motherfucking goat ropers that think they got to play alpha dog by being a Republican. Where liberal is a bad name. Well, liberal isn't a bad name anymore. The bad name in this country is a Republican. Getting real embarrassing to call yourself a Republican, ain't it? People that were calling themselves Republicans 1, 2, 3 years ago, if you haven't noticed, they're libertarians, Green Party, independent. Not too many people want to call themselves a Republican today. That's a good sign. But to ignore everything the left of it has been telling you, just so you can save face, the same way this administration and the Republican Party don't want to pull out of Iraq, because to do so would have to admit that they were wrong. That's the same thing that's going on with the whole bunch of you that are bashing on Democrats, because you've always bashed on Democrats. You know, you bought the Rove line. They're both the same. There's no difference between a Republican and a Democrat. Well, there is a hell of a big difference, especially with the general population that consider themselves to the left, toward the Democratic side of the equation. The side for health care, the side for better schools, the side for health, alternative energy, public transportation, utilizing our money inside our own country to take care of our own people. That left. Compared to the snake-kissing, still drinking, cousin fucking, right-wing, let's go kill a sand nigger. They're both the same. Kiss my ass. They're night and day. And the left has been telling you what the right was all about forever. Not really so much what the right was all about. They've been telling you what the problems you have. And they really don't like talking anything nasty about the right, because they know the right's going to get all pissed off and want to fight. And let's face it, the left are usually the nerdy fuckers that do a lot of thinking, not a lot of fighting. The right, give them a 6-pack of beer and a pool stick, and either they're going to get laid or going to get into a fight. One of the two. Yeah, that's the right wing in a nutshell. You know, 6-pack of beer, Bible, pussy. If you can't get the pussy, whoop, the fight's on. And that's why the Democratic Party has been fucking up, in my opinion, because you've spent so many years kissing ass trying to get that right-wing nut job to vote for you, that you've lost all the support from the left, or the people that just said, fuck it, I'm not voting anymore. Well, the people that said, fuck it, I'm not voting anymore, better wake the fuck up and start voting. And realize that a lot of the bullshit that you've heard about the Democratic Party, the people, I repeat, the people that call themselves Democrats, liberals, progressives, whatever you will, anybody other than Republican, you're in the same fucking boat. Hillary, that's the bad thing with the Democrats in general. You don't know when they're pandering to the right for a vote to try to calm somebody down that might be afraid, or when they're really serious about what they want to do. Needless to say, this is going on forever, and I'm going to have to cut it.